Hey all, this is Mosis. We're continuing in Requiem. And this is of course the file that we're gonna be doing the final lock thing on, once that's yeah. So we saw it there. Let's put in the mixed green herb and the regular green herb here. Actually, those are three now, so that's good. So put in all three. Boom. And then use triple green herb combination. Nice. So now that's triple green herb. We do have the makeshift knife. I think we can store that. And just keep the other one. So Rugruki Charm. Increase firepower. Yeah, let's just take the knife power and durability there just in case. In case we get grabbed here. And there's the Marie doll, for example, but yeah. Because you would think that, oh, maybe it works in the other place. Where is that office, by the way? Because it is a specific office that we need to bring to in the other. I think it's the chairman's office. No, it's the lead research threat. It's called the lead researcher's office is what it's called. What you need to bring, basically. But yeah. Oh, right. So yeah, now you get the extra cuts in here, the hidden one. By the way, I'm going to show you what the hidden one is here. Because you only get this after you have gotten one of the quartz part, you can go back here basically and then get an extra scene.
Are you alright? You're the lady from before. Yeah. This is, you're, did anyone hurt you? Because I can't see? No, that's not what I meant. It's not my fault. The doctors gave us both medicine. Made our eyes go bad. So there was someone in there? There's another bed in this, My friend. Marie. One day she just...
Yeah, because you don't get to find out about Marie if you don't get this scene here, and you only get this scene if you've gotten any of the quartz. You don't need to loot them, as you saw there. I didn't loot the quartz there, the moon quartz. And you figure out that she is the one that you actually get to control in the flashback, and it's not actually Grace, Because yes, there are similarities to the hair, but she has blonde hair, and they have like gray or white hair, basically. You know. But they say specifically here that his skin was gouged by something sharp. And well, technically the thing is right that they say that, oh, the one that killed this was Marie, and stuff that. But the thing is that Marie's like when she turned into a monster, like it's not the claws that she uses to kill stuff, It's the other thing that she uses to kill stuff, But yeah. So of course we can go to the east part here, and the east part here will be where the thing will be, by the way, the thing that we need to abuse. Just another lockpickable thing. Basically it's in that section where the thing will be with the ivy thing, but yeah. And you can pull up the door there. This doesn't really do anything. Let's just leave the herb here. You can see that just puts the herb on the map there, like by going close enough to it. And there's the guy that we need to, of course, get the 2 organs for. And this is the what is it? Examination rooms are 30, 10, 50. So 30, 10, and 50. Skip it bop boom boom baba. And we get a bunch of antique coins, which is nice. Very nice. Custom can you sneak? Because we could use the killer's guy. What do your man to actually do that there? Come on, blow him up. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave you down there, Mr. Patient Guy. Because I don't think that he chases after you. And I turn this on. Right, and we go over here actually. Because inside here, there's scrap. But it's nice and everything. And then in here we get the blood collector. And it can hold 150 used from the beginning here. And then the blood analyzing thingy, and then use it on the blood machine. And then G equals the 150,000 there, so you can see people beep beep bop beep boop boop. Analyze a person, bum bum bum. Jag märker solid like you know that. So any coded call from you lately, Snake Ore? Oh, Snake Ore. Yeah, you know, that is fun. I get the blowy. The custom blood. I hope it's not customer's blood. It's the customer's blood. Right? And then he makes it dark because he's, you know, and he can turn this on to annoy the zombie even more. It's been fun, man. Follow the light on. I can do pretty good some of the voices, you know, if I want to. Oh shit, it's a zombie squad. Starring Joe Biden. Can we get past you without, like, you know, can we get past you three, please? Maybe they will just go somewhere. I don't, yeah, we didn't take much damage there at all. I think we want to go here if possible. Yes, good. Because this is where the guy is. Did he come, by the way? That's the guy. No? Can we please? Long queue here. I thought they would kill. Please hit. I thought he would already do the hitting thing. Yeah, we should have probably saved beforehand before I started wasting my bottles there. You know. Can we? No, but you can see there, for example, you only need one scrap and only 60 to make the handgun ammo, so you don't need much. Hopefully there will be more bottles. I do think there will be more bottles though. And I hope there will be more bottles. Yeah, because otherwise we ruin the chance there to make them fight. But that was so weird, right? Because that should have worked, right? Because I threw the thing. Because the thing is that you use the blind guy. Because he's the only guy that will be able to hit like other guys. My understanding at least. So let's bring that thing with us. We don't need the scrap with us. Right, okay, that will increase firepower, precision and critical hit rate from that. Do we? No, we don't. I think we have enough for that. Maybe. Let's see. Uh, we should actually save first because I don't know exactly how survivable we are. I think we can take one more grab though, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. We don't need to hurry. Speed is not that's important here, and stuff that. Like I want to do as much stuff as possible and stuff that. Right, and you would get this boom. And I suppose improve gun handling and increase firepower. And I don't think there are enough to get everything basically and stuff that right. You know, actually, this is why I did not heal by the way because you can see here that, for example, we're at orange caution, but keep in mind that on the lower difficulty, like for example, sometimes one single herb can be enough to bring me from orange caution to find sometimes because the way the game works. But yeah. So you can see there that increased my maximum health and that basically just increases your max health there to the thing. And we insert one there. So yeah. And once we get that, of course, we will be able to get it to 200. No, you could just play it over and over and just hope that you get lucky because once it quote unquote lands on the correct thing, it will spawn another lucky antique coin. I forgot exactly where it spawns on the table, but it will spawn another antique coin basically pretty much. So. But it's just of course nice and everything. I think we're actually gonna go towards the let's run into the kitchen actually here. And let's get bucket here. Nice. And then from this bucket here. Because keep in mind that it will leave stuff behind there, as you can see that it left those 10 behinds. However, transfusion bags won't count that in. And basically I did upload some videos today by the way that were like the trophies and stuff that because I feel like that there are people sometimes that just misses and this guy by the way gives you 100 inflicted blood. Which is pretty nice. Pretty nice. And yeah. Yeah. And I couldn't have gone in here either. But we need to go back to Shaman's office eventually to get the moon quartz in there and stuff like that. But yeah. But I wanted to make sure to reach the maximum there and stuff like that. But yeah. Because here's the thing, right? If you constantly try and go for the maximum amount of blood, of course, the thing is that before you get the not the blood more blood, but when you get the what is it the bloodlust, yeah, collect 5,000 microsample of blood. When you do that, for example, you basically want to be in the last area of the game. You want to make sure that you have grace and that you keep all the blood sample bags that you've come across throughout the game, pretty much and stuff like that. Like you keep all the blood sample bags, and of course your maximum is going to be 150 at that point, because yes, there will be enough coins in the first area, especially if you actually kill stuff. And you might say, oh, but there isn't enough to kill stuff. Yes, there is. Because handgun ammo is fairly easy to make, and you can only make 8 at first, right? But there is another recipe. I forgot exactly when you got that recipe, but there is a recipe that allows you to create even more bullets and stuff like that. And yes, also there are some bullets you find for the actual Magnum itself, like the 12 point, the 12.7 something like there's a couple of those that you find throughout the place, and you can use it, for example, to kill. Like you can use one bullet to kill the chef because the chef will die in one Requiem shot. I believe even on Classic. However, on Insanity, I think it requires two of that gun, but of course it can be used better to just shoot him once with that and then use the Beretta here. Except of course you don't really want to do it with the Beretta, you want to do it with another gun, but yeah. Let's go in here though, but yeah. Hopefully there will be another bottles though, because this is the guy that you need to abuse, of course. You need to abuse him because he's blind. No. And I hope there will be more bottles. After that, I think you can also craft bottles eventually. If I remember correctly, right? I'm pretty sure that you could craft bottles, but yeah. And of course, this is important because this is one of the tracking motors here. There doesn't seem to be any use for this. But there's an anti-coin here on the table. Are all the anti-coin golden though? Because I'm pretty certain that I remember finding an anti-coin somewhere that didn't look like that. They're having a conversation actually. They were definitely friends. He don't mind me. He was trying to grab, but because of the height difference there. Yeah, this is the lead researcher's office, yeah. Lock and picken. So they actually come in here. Oh, maybe that's the... And right, yeah, that's the destroyed padlock. Oh. There's a green herb there. If I want to grab that. They just left. They just decided to be like, nah, we're gonna go after you. And then they were like, nah, we're not going to. You know. Actually pretty funny. Can break this though. That's just scrap though. You're just gonna stand there. Come on, come here, I'm over here. Haha, sucker. Oh no, he will bite or me. Blarg, I got bite ored. That's fine. And then you find this. And then you have fat ass. Oh shit, it's fat ass. But won't he like kill the zombies? I think he will. Yeah, but why? What have I done? You can actually kill him with this gun, but it's gonna take a lot of shots. Actually, we need to go this way. I don't know if I'm eating it actually. Will he go another path here? Look, he goes to the patient guy. Or will he be here now? I mean, we're still fine, so we don't need to pick up the green herb there. Actually, we do have a lockpick, so let's actually lockpick this. And there will of course just be a rare metal here, which is required of course to craft the 12 point by 7. So if you make sure that you get all the lockpicks, then there's a bunch of extra ammo you can get for the Magnum. Store that. Rookie. That. Let's remove this stake at charm, and then let's remove makeshift nice. Not because I want to try and kill it with use the regular B 394 instead of having to use the Requiem or the fresh needle and stuff that. And I forgot, do you get another cutscene now? No? I mean, she's on the bed now and she's clearly reading that book which has Braille in it. You know what's interesting? Actually, we want to go up to the filing room? Yes, we do. Actually, we did open here, up here, yeah, we did. We can go and get the quartz now, actually, because we do have inventory space for that. And I believe we can go and kill the chunk, actually. Really? Leering Center. Quality Leering Center. And you can see how intricate that is there, you know, stuff that. And what if you could create those for real, actually, you know, and stuff that, you know. I really, really like this section though of the game, right? Because even though it's not real, you know, like yes, sure, you can say that it's survival horror because you have limited inventory space, right, and stuff that, and no, you cannot kill everything, but you can kinda kill everything if you're careful with your ammunition and if you actually aim carefully and stuff that, right? Because you know. But the thing is, don't want to be using this gun, although you want to use up all ammo on it, like when you first play through the game, and maybe I will do like a classic, you know, playthrough and like tell you like about how you're meant to do things like without like the infinite ammo on and stuff. So now, let's want to go this way. And I don't think you can bring the blind guy over here because you know it is that you need a blind guy for to be. Oh, we need to go up here actually. I forgot where you got the other gun though. Because I know that it changes depending on, you know, certain things. So beep beep bop boop boop. Unlocked. Thank you. Pouch. Nice. Two more slots, and then it's one of those. The door is warped. Trash Pantikon. Warped. can open that security point, and then there's a security point over there, and a security point over there. Lots of nice stuff. And I really like the way that this looks, right? Because it's very, very, it's very, very mansion-esque. And I'm guessing, right, because usually what Capcom does is they give you clues to other things that they are remastering and stuff like that, right? And an RE1 remaster or remake of RE1, right? But will it be a remake of the actual real RE1, or will it be a remake of something else? This guy was gonna kill. 3 heads up the drop, and as you storm castle, it will take way more on the other difficulty levels. And there is a green hook here. Right, and of course, this is the cold storage, correct? Or this is the garage sequence, which we can technically do already now, but custodian's office is interesting. We have more scrap. We get another lockpick. We also find a branch. So we can put away the scrap. We can put away the moon quartz for now. And the wrench for now, we don't need the wrench yet. Because the wrench you don't need until over there, the door without handle, the cold storage there. That's where you need that. But there is something we can go and do here first before we do that, before we really run into the garage. We don't need to do that yet though. Because first here will be a dead end, of course, obviously, and there will be 2 extra things here. And there's handgun ammo, and there's scrap. But you can see there you can make 8 handgun ammo there. And for example, like the fact that the handgun ammo, by the way, I hate that, man. I hate the fucking how it's fucking warped. I don't know if there's any way to fix that, if that happens to your like analog stick, but yeah. But for example, like 40, so for example, 80 would be 16 handgun bullets, which might not seem like much, right? Because it's like 40, 80, 120. So if you have 120, or if you have like 150, right, there's a lot you can make. There's a lot of handgun ammo you can get. And of course, you need to be careful with how you shoot with the handgun ammo, but of course, the hemolytic injectors are kind of better because, yes, they cost 60 instead of only 40. However, the hemolytic injector can, of course, instantly kill something. And if you, however, the knives, by the way, if you use the knives, there's the empty bottle, by the way. There's another blind guy in here somewhere, I think. It's another lockpick, though. There's another blind guy. Oh, man, I really want to get to the save, though. Actually, get back into the save. Yeah, and that gives you 1 antique coin. And there's 1 here that we can unlock, and then there's 1 on the... Oh, it does that really, really often now. It's like very, very annoying. Where is the... Is it on the outside? Yes, it's this one. And there's the rare metal again. Right, and that's the pencil, yeah. Maybe let's just go back and save in the custodian's office. I want to check in here though again. Because... The thing is, keep in mind that with certain guns, the aim won't be small immediately. Meaning, for example, that you will have less chance to hit. Stuff that with certain guns, there are certain guns that you need to wait a bit with before you shoot. If you want to remain accurate, of course, you're using the whole aim assist on maximum, of course, when playing on casual, right? So it's very easy to hit stuff. There is her actual gun, her actual real gun, which is used superior. You can see it has slightly more power. It has high fire rate. It has high quicker reload speed and stuff that, and it has better ammo capacity. This is bar launch, which we said was, what is bar launch? 10, 80, 30, 10, 80, 30. I think that okay, there's just a bunch of antique coins. And the thing is, if you know anything about Resident Evil, the first time you play this, even if you don't have infinite ammo or whatever, you should always be able to get the all of the things in the, because they give you more than enough antique coins to get absolutely everything and stuff that in that place. Actually, we're on the first floor, right? We're on the second floor, yeah. But we do have the bottle now that we can use as well. And now she gets her gun back. However, her gun for some reason cannot bug out. You can have her gun, but then still not be able to use it in the final section of the game, and instead only be forced to use the Beretta and stuff that. Even if you pick up her gun and even if you put her gun in the storage box itself, you won't sometimes have to keep it at all. And I don't know if it's part of a bug or something like that, or if it's meant to happen or whatever, right? Because yeah, so put in the metal, put in more scrap, sort that. Let's bring that with us. Yeah. Let's stick one in here.
Perfect fit. Yes, I need 2 more.
Yeah. And now I'm going to go into the parlor, and already you can see that I've not even picked up all the antique coins yet that you can get during a single thing, and you can get everything already and stuff that, right? And you might say, oh, but that's just because you play on this difficulty now, it's the same amount here that you need for these. And you can see, yeah, now you have the 5 you need for this. Blood collector override manual, boom. And now you can get to 200 with this. He just wanted to have a drink at the bar. Is that so wrong? Yeah, good. No, understandable, understandable. It is the custodian's office. There's the, yeah, well, you could have picked up more like 12.7 ammo. Let's go in one out. So they're going now at the maximum of 200. Right. I want to go to the custodian's office. The sneezing, man. Sneezing is crazy. Right, and this is where you want to be using the bottle, And yeah, we bring the wrench with us. We could already bring the wrench, but now I think we need to. It doesn't matter how many saves we do. By the way, yeah. The thing is, yes, if you're playing on the actual classic difficulty and stuff that, and then you don't play on modern and stuff that, then you get certain things to happen. But yeah. Yeah, but the thing is supposed to be that you throw the ball basically at another enemy, and then the blind guy should be attacking it. But you need to basically have them grouped up next to each other or something like that. Hanging ammo. It's a guy. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty bad. I hope there was healing items in here. Empty injectors, that is good actually. Please attack. Why don't you attack him in that situation there? Why didn't he attack there? That's so weird, man. Maybe I should just let Grace stop me. No, I'm not being mean to Grace, Would I forget something in here? Just get that's in here. I know we're in danger. Antiver i danger. Pasta. Det gjorde puta. Pasta, det gjorde puta. Pasta, basta. Is it pasta? Mixed with herbs. Is there another one nearby? No. I think that's enough to bring us up to fine, actually, which is absolutely crazy. I think we could have gotten the acid here from that place. Yeah. Oh. But I thought there would have already been a thing in the kitchenette area. I thought that was where the other place was that gave you the thing. But maybe not. And I don't know, is there another way to make them fight though, is the question, you know? Well, I will just be that. So we can go back to that area actually. But it's so weird, like several times I've used the bottle and it just doesn't seem to do anything. Because it's not supposed to be hard to do or whatever, right? You know? And I don't know why. Like, for example, like I'm throwing the bottle at the enemy, then the bottle, and then the enemy like gets stunned, and then he doesn't do anything, right? He's not, you know. We can go over here because I think we can do everything here. Oh. And I thought that, oh, is this another one of those? Because there's a certain scenario in RE4 where a thing drives at you, but then, for example, you don't need to kill it, you know, but I don't want to take that risk, you know, and stuff that, like, although it would be funny to see what happens. But yeah, so this should just be 2, 5, this to the middle, and then you just do this. Yeah. The artificial lungs, boom. And then we go over here, and then he's like, haha, Truckosaurus Rex. Because I thought, you know, like, oh, you would just be safe if you would stand back here, you know. The thing is, though, that I want to test that at some point if you can avoid not shooting it at all. Now, on Insanity, of course, you need to hit it twice. You need to shoot it once in the head. You need to shoot it once in the engine thing or the thing down there, basically. This, of course, opens up this here. You know, we'll be used handgun ammo here. Yeah, but you know, you see already how much like handgun ammo there is used soon about the place and stuff like that. And if you make sure that you don't use the other handgun too much, if you like limit yourself with using the other handgun and stuff that, and only really make sure that you use this one, then you can get a lot more bang for your buck, you know, and stuff like that. Yeah, bang for your buck. Quality Lyric Center. No, when one of them turned into the thing. But won't that thing just attack everything? I think it kinda does, right? When they become those things, you know. I know we need to go to cold storage there. Because we have the wrench. We have the wrench. But there's a lock pickable thing there pretty quickly. Or rather, you know. Let's run in here. And the fact that I'm just wasting the bottles pretty much is like really bad. Yeah. That is just scraps. This is just more ammo for the... Okay, poles. She just slapped me on the face. Maybe if I shoot like that, maybe he will attack over there. I don't know, I mean, that would have been fun if that's how it works. Right. then we could actually... Oh. I still think we can get to kill the evil baby. It looks actually... No. No, I don't think we need to bring that. Maybe we do. Hello, I'm here to help you, Mr. Science Man guy. Now's not the time for that. Yeah, you cannot do it when there's a guy nearby and he's just like, you know. Evil baby. That evil baby. Haha, evil baby. Will it come in here though? He already died? Yeah, he did. I don't know what he died from though. That felt like that was way less shots. You gonna explode? And we get 4 antique coins if you defeat that. And you might say, oh, but it's gonna be so hard to defeat OMG survival horror and stuff that, and then yeah, like, oh, how do you defeat it? Oh, you just shoot it. Like even on standard, I believe you only shoot it like, I think you shoot it 2 or 3 times with the actual Requiem and stuff that, and you might say, oh, but I don't want to waste my Requiem armor. You don't know when you will need it or whatever. Let's see, Medic character over here somewhere. There it is. Good. Actually, let's heal for the heal. Right. And then this will give us the med injectors and the thing. Go to the blood lab. Beep beep boppity boop boop. Scan random time. Scan random time. And then it's like it's like this, and then it's like this. Yeah, 2 steps. As we play, skibberabberuba, skibberabberabburabarabiba, and you can see this one requires a rare metal there. So rare metal and an 80, and you make 2 bullets for the Magnum every single time, basically. And since basically every lockpick equals a single one of those special ammunitions, by the way. Okay, and in here, there's the green herb here. The green herb. There's nothing there. And here you have a blood transfusion bag if you want to, which is delicious. And then blood specimen, has steroids and stabilizers. And then you get another empty injector, and now you have double empty injectors, meaning you can do this, we can do this, but we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, and it's the hardest one. Ready for this awesome, amazing puzzle, and I believe it's like this top one, and this is the bottom one, and then it's this one, and there's like what? No, it's not that. I forgot. No, it's not. It's this. It's this. And then it's this. And then it's this. But you can actually do it in 2 steps, if I remember correctly. You can do it in less steps than that. You can see stabilizer. So stabilizer is slightly more expensive there, as you can see. But yeah, so we do that, boom. And then shooting ability increased, so now we have 2. So now our shooting gun also becomes stronger. So if you prioritize those, you will always get that with 1 steroid, of course, from that one place. But now, for example, now we just need slightly more. So we will be able to make 1 more stabilizer. and stuff that, because, it's because we can. Wasn't the blood bag in here, right? Nope. No, it's in the other room. Yeah, it's in this room here. There was one, this blue bag. And I think that's enough. Yeah, that's 50. Yeah, that's enough to bring us to steroids use. But we don't want to be using steroids, we want to be getting the stabilizers. So only slightly more. We only need slightly more blood. And then we can craft one more. One. Okay, so I think we can kill this guy. Uh, can we get some blood from you, please? Okay. So, I mean, let's just go to the treatment room, but because, yeah. I wonder though if you could otherwise just have brought the so stabilizer, boom. And I know that there's one of those injectors that you actually found in the underground area, if I remember correctly. So yeah, shooting ability increased. And now I think that we used up all of the yeah, we used up all of those locations. We still need to go over to this area and get that. Yes, we do. Right, but we want to go up there. Yes. So now, so we're at triple. So instead of like upgrading the guns with her, for example, she doesn't like quote unquote upgrade her guns. You know, that's not what she does. She doesn't upgrade the guns, but oh, there's more infected blood here if you want to get some more, of course, obviously. Stuff that because it is very very easy to get a lot of things because that's the thing, right? That if you try and go for the things that allows you to get more blood early, for example, like yes, 150 will only be the maximum if you get those things with the coins and stuff like that. But then if you use your Requiem smart and just kill the boss style enemies with the Requiem, then it won't be a problem. Okay. And you might be, wow, but what about the Crimson Head-like enemies? Yeah, the Crimson Heads can be a bit annoying. The best thing is actually to quote-unquote stab them, kinda. If that makes sense. Um, and we actually want to go this way because this is where the evil baby came from. Now, there are ways to get past it without killing it, if I remember correctly, but I forgot exactly how it was. I think you needed to trick it somewhere, and stuff that. And you can see just how much ammo we have skipped out on and stuff that, but yeah. But you still, of course, need to be careful with the things that you get. And here, then there's normally a coin here somewhere as well. Here, boom. You can see we already have 5 more coins than what is needed, basically. Like we're 5 coins over what is needed. You get a med injector, which is a full heal, of course. Get a hunting knife. It's fine. We get an antique coin from her, of course, because she counts as the boss enemy. Or like a mini boss enemy, or whatever you want to call it. There's the corrosive. Not to be taken.
This would be
Yeah, no shit, man. Tracking module legendary. Yeah. Don't forget about this one because that one is worth 8,300 for Leon. Stuff that. So if you could make sure that you get everything in the hospital, then Leon will have a lot of points. And I do think that her handgun is actually very reminiscent of the one that Leon gets. What do you call it? The Heckler and Koch, the one that becomes the Matilda, the one that gets modified into Matilda. I think it's a Heckler and Koch, right? It's the VP something something, whatever it's called. And I think it's supposed to be this one. The VP 1977, a service piston update 1996. Yes, yeah, she had update for personal use because of the fact that it's small and compact, because she got tiny hands, I got my tiny hands. Come on, man. Come on, you oyster bunnies. Come on, man. Come on, you oyster bunnies. And I believe it's star right first, right? Because the thing that he holds in that file is a star thing. Oh.
Miss Ashcroft, come in. I won't harm you. I was just looking for Dr. Richardson.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive me. Dr. Victor Gideon. I run this center. It took forever to find you. You're not like other people, You're quite unique. Through you, Elpis can finally be.
You can see here she actually uses the Beretta in the actual cutscene and stuff that she doesn't actually use her own gun even if you've gotten it at this point.
Because my master made you.
And his master is of course Spencer.
Phase 2's about to begin. Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
And it's a bit silly that she thinks, oh, that would stop them and stuff, but yeah.
What the fuck does he mean, destiny?
Acid. And this, of course, the lead researcher's office. This is the one where we need to do the thing later on. But yeah, so it's where is it exactly? It's not the basement safe code, it's actually earlier here. It is the specific one because it's the sun one. So you can see he's holding the sun there. But it's actually the second one. So it's the star, sun, and then it's like moon, right? Yeah, moon, and then sun. Yeah. Sun quartz, and then you get lead bond